Hi there, this is Audrey from Project Run and Play. Today we're going to sew the neck binding on the Lagoon pattern. Begin with the shoulders right sides together and sew the front and back at the shoulder seams. Take the ruffle piece and with the right sides together sew across the short end. Next, sew a gathering stitch around the inside of the ruffle. Divide the ruffle and the neckline into quarters using pins. The neckline is obviously shorter than the ruffle, but match these pins together. Next, once you have the ruffle pinned on, we're going to pull the gathering stitches to make the ruffle the same length as the neckline. Then we're going to use extra pins to hold that ruffle in place once we have it gathered to the same length as the neckline. Now, baste around the neckline starting at the center back and attaching the ruffle to the neck. Sew across the short end of the neck binding. Once again, you're going to split the neckline and the neck binding into quarters with pins and pin these two together. Now we're going to sew around the neckline. The neck binding will need to be stretched while sewing. Here we are at the machine and you can see us stretching the neck binding. Now we're going to pull the neck binding away from the neckline. Grab it and wrap it around the seam allowance. It fits exactly. Next, take that neck binding and seam allowance and turn them down inside of the garment. You see how the ruffle pops up? And go ahead and add pins all the way around. Now we're going to sew the neck binding inside the bodice. We're going to edge stitch on the inside. Here we are at the machine and you can see you need to slowly and carefully adjusting as you go. Here's the neck binding sewn inside the garment. It's pretty wavy and needs a good pressing. Also, here it is on the outside. What a nice clean finish. And we'll take it to the iron and press it now. Be sure to use a lot of steam, and if your fabric is delicate, use a press cloth. There you go, that's it. The hidden neck binding of the Lagoon pattern. This pattern has so many fun options. Every little girl needs at least one. Find it in the Project Run and Play shop.